the way to come back from a deficit in the second quarter. It just seemed like you got the momentum there, turned the game around, and never.
Yeah, we got the early lead at 1. They went up 5-1. So it was nice to finish the game 12-5. So yes, the guys played well. I thought we were just very lackadaisical, taking stupid penalties, turnovers. Nothing was just really clicking for us. And it was a great effort, right from Max Adler winning face-offs to Matt Vince playing in net like he usually does. And I thought the defense picked it up in the second half, and I thought the offense, you take somebody like Josh out of the lineup, Kluge out of the lineup, Fraser out of the lineup, and, guys are picking it up. Brad McCulley's picking it up, Robinson's picking it up, Tahoka. All these guys are picking it up, so it's nice to see our depth.
You had the 5-1. They had the disputed play that got the review and was overturned. I guess there was a foot in the crease or something.
I believe they challenged a no-goal call,
yeah.
And there wasn't enough evidence, I guess, to overturn the call. But, that was...
To me, like the ball was in the net.
It was, but I don't know if it did go in the net, but I think it was in the crease before it went in. Or at least that's what I saw. Yeah. Or maybe it was a goal and they didn't have enough evidence to call it a goal.
But it's almost like you guys got right after that.
Yeah, we scored right out. I think we scored in that possession.
Yeah.
That was a big turnaround, 6-1 to 5-2.
Yeah.
It was nice getting a little momentum going into the half. I think it was 5-4 and we had the last shot, so we felt a little momentum coming on.
What sort of changes did the loss of Byrne make you do offensively in terms of lineup or structure, anything like that?
Well, not just the loss. Did you say the loss in Rochester?
No, so with Byrne.
Oh, the loss of Byrne.
Yeah.
Well, with Josh, Josh creates a lot. He's a great athlete, and he's been, I think, our top goal scorer for the entire year. So he was definitely missed. But I got to believe in guys like McCulley, McKay. McKay got 4 in New York. I think he had 1 or 2 tonight. I think Brad had a couple. Actually, we went away from structure, and we gave the guys a little more reign of deciding what they want to do. So kind of just a bit of an organized mess, if you will. Just kind of going through some basic fundamentals of lacrosse is what we were doing. It's hard to kind of get the timing. We don't practice very often, so it's hard to develop chemistry in such a short period of time. So I thought if we just let them play more often than that, they'll probably be more creative, and that's what was happening.
And Dane, which he's capable of doing, just seemed to take the game over in the second half.
Yeah, I thought he definitely got us going there with a couple big goals to get it back to 5-4. What are you going to put, 4?
4-6 or something.
Yeah, another great night. Average night for him. Dane, MVP of the league. He's, great leader out there. And there was one play in particular that had nothing to do with points. I think it was an errant pass on our part, and he hustled down in the corner. He didn't get it, but I loved his hustle for the loose ball. And that's the stuff that's going to win big games for us, is when you have everybody buying in to doing the little things right.
How do you feel about where the team is at here at the midway point of the regular season and significance of being back in first place?
I'd like to say I'm happy, but, I'm not going to, say I'm not disappointed that we lost a couple games. I think 7-2 is a pretty good spot to be in. I don't know if we're in first place or second place, where we are. We're just trying to fight in a tough division for a playoff spot right now. So I'll take a 7-2 midpoint position in the standings. It's not that bad. Would I like to have the Albany game back? Yeah. I'd like to have the Rochester game back? Yeah. Do I want to be 9-0? Yes. But, it's a tough game. There's a lot of good teams out there.
You told me before the first Rochester game that the Knighthawks were really improved. Now that you've seen them twice, I'm willing to agree with that.
Oh, yeah. I thought they were really strong last year. They were just a couple players short of, just getting over the edge, if you will, last year in terms of winning. They just didn't know how to win games, but they were right there very often. And I thought they made the turning point this year. And getting guys like Connor, Connor's having a great year. Their goalie's playing very well. And they're getting confident. And, this is, I think, 2 losses in a row now. But, Halifax beat them last week. It was a lopsided score, but it was tight going into the 4th. Today's game was, fairly tight. They're up 5-1. They're a really good team, and they're just getting better.
Bye week welcome. It's kind of been a busy few weeks here.
I don't like the bye week. I like to play. Like, 1 game a week is, this is not like football. The guys can play 2-3 games a week. It's more like comparable to hockey and basketball. So when you have to play 1 game in 2 weeks, it's kind of takes away the chemistry. It takes away the flow, the rhythm. So I got to keep these guys moving and keep them in shape. It's nice, for a guy like Josh. He gets to rest 2 extra weeks. So I'm not sure if he's going to be ready for the next game. I'm hoping he is, but definitely beneficial for him and Cloutier and Fraser.
Is Cloutier at all close, or do you know?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coach, what has fueled this team's improvement throughout the season?
Say it again.
What fueled the team's
Fuel.
improvement from last weekend's 2 wins and then the Rochester loss? What improved the team?
I thought we played fairly well in Rochester. I thought their goalie played very well. And, sometimes when you can't put the ball in, you start holding your stick tight and start trying a little too hard, and you kind of come out of your comfort zone. And, you can overanalyze anything, but at the end of the day, you have to put the ball in the net. So, like, I know the game in Philadelphia was the next game after that. People were like, what'd you tell them at halftime? Nothing special. The guys just put the ball in the net. First half, they had many opportunities, and they weren't putting the ball in the net because that goalie played well as well. And the second half, we just buried. And that's the big difference, is being able to put the ball in net. That's why the guys who put the ball in net get paid the big bucks. Well, I don't know about big bucks in our league. The bigger dollars in our league.
Relatively speaking.
Yes, thank you.
Like you used to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got 3 jobs.
As you mentioned, maybe not liking the bye week so much. Did playing a back-to-back last week and then coming back and playing again, did that help you guys find some rhythm?
I think so, for sure. I think that, especially that second half in New York without Josh, and, again, I'll just say the names again, McCauley and Robinson and McKay. Those 3 guys have never really played together. And, I'm bringing McKay up from the back end, playing him offense. He's doing really well, scoring a couple big goals for us. McCauley's getting more touches. Robinson's getting more touches. They're taking on a lot more responsibility. They're not used to having the ball because when Josh is there, he has the ball most often on that side. So, yeah, it's nice to keep the flow going. So that's why I don't really want the weekend off. But I'll take it for the guys that are not healthy. My wife will appreciate it.
Let's hope so.
Now I got to really do stuff at home.
Honey-do list.
Thanks, guys.